Okay, so hi everyone, my name's Alex, and this is going to be, one minute, it's going to be sort of like a reboot of my first basic chemistry video, because I noticed someone put a comment on the video saying that the audio was really poor, and I thought since I bought this new microphone, I thought I'll just redo the video, and hopefully other people find it a lot more informative and just learn a lot more, because I know the audio quality is really important, especially with YouTube when you're trying to learn stuff. But yeah, anyways, instead of me blabbing on about that, let's get on with it. So the first slide is, so what are atoms? So an atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element. An atom can be broken down into three types of subatomic particles called neutrons, protons and electrons. So a proton is a particle and has a positive charge and is located in the nucleus of an atom. So the atom, you have a nucleus, and then outside of it you'll have electrons, which I'll explain in a minute. So the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is called its atomic number. So the number of protons in the nucleus is called the atomic number, and I think the mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. I haven't actually redone this presentation. I'm just going to redo the audio. So onto electrons. So electrons are negatively charged particles which are located outside of the nucleus and on the shells of the atom. So with an atom you have a nucleus, and then you'll have shells outside of the nucleus which orbit around the nucleus, and on those orbits or shells are the electrons. And with every different element, such as helium, like iron, carbon, you'll have different amounts of electrons on the different shells. And they're called, I think the most outside shell is called a valence shell. So electrons are the main reason as to why electricity is carried through solids. So a neutron is another type of particle and is located inside the atom nucleus but has no charge, so it's neutral. That's what the term neutron comes from. So the number of neutrons in the atom will determine the isotope of the atom, of the element, sorry. And the isotopes are atoms which have the same number of protons but differing number of neutrons, i.e. carbon-12 has 6 neutrons and 6 protons, i.e. 6 plus 6 equals 12, and carbon-14 has 8 neutrons as well as 6 protons, and 8 plus 6, hopefully if you've done basic maths, you can add up, is 14. So just to reiterate, isotopes are atoms which have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. So it's just the neutron number that you have to consider, and just consider the difference of... Oh, is that it? 1 minute, I'll try and add some more to this video, it's too short. Okay, so back to the video grinds. What I did there was just added a couple more slides just to add to the longevity of the video, because I didn't want to upload like a 2.5 minute video, and just to explain more information on, you know, what I think the first basic video of chemistry should be about. So what I've done is I've taken two elements and I've got two pictures of their electron shells, and I'm going to compare them. So as you can see on the left you have carbon, and boy, it has 6 to the left of it, which means it has 6 electrons. And from the picture you can see from the first outer shell there are 2 electrons, and in the second outer shell there are 4 electrons. Now the second outer shell is the valence electrons, and the valence electrons are just the outermost shell of that element. The valence electrons for another element could be the 4th outermost shell, for another it could be 5, for another it could be 3, and another example for this is on the right with copper. So as you can see, copper has 29 electrons in 4 electron outer electron shells, and in the first outer electron shell it has 2 electrons, in the second it has 8, in the third it has 18 electrons, and in the valence, where the valence electrons are, there's only 1 valence electron. So the copper will need 7 other electrons to borrow from or share from another element to make a combination. So it might, I honestly can't give you an example. It might try to mix with sulfate or sodium, and if the sodium has 7 available electrons, it'll be able to combine with copper and then make copper sulfate, because on the outer valence shell you need 8 electrons for it to be able to mix with the other element. It's just the way it is. And then the last slide, hopefully I can get this done. There we go. So valence electrons. So the valence electrons determine how the element can bond, and whether it be by a covalent or ionic bonding. It is the outermost shell of the element. And I think in my second video I explained ionic bonding and covalent bonding, so I think I might put a link to that video in this video at the end or throughout, and just so you given some insight into that. But yeah, I'll just mainly just redoing this video because someone commented on it saying he had a poor audio, and I thought I didn't want to leave him out, so I thought I'd redo this video. And if there's anyone else who thought that but didn't put it in the comments, then hopefully they might revisit this video and be more, be more impressed by it, and hopefully gain more by it. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you have, just say in the comments thanks a lot, or if you haven't, just say what I could do better. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.